Welcome everyone to season 13, episode 17 of the Wheel of Reeds. Woo! Yeah. And there is much rejoicing.
Much rejoicing.
Much. Ian is coming. He's going to meet for his kid. Same thing. It's like Tuesday nights it's the season. It's the season.
It's the season.
It's the season. So this is episode 267. We've done 267 of these.
A lot. That's crazy to think about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all have put up with this so much.
Yeah. We're getting close to the end too. It's in the end. Because I think we have this episode, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We have 4 more after this. In this book's over.
I was wondering if you were going to do 4 or 5. I was talking with Chanel about it earlier, and I was like, I think we really have the rest of this month and maybe 2 more weeks in February, and then we are on the last book.
Yeah, and then next week we're good, but the week after that, there's another live reaction we have to do. So,
ooh,
yeah. So, not
that you got to fit it in your busy schedule.
Well, my other podcast is only recording every other week starting next week. So next week Thursday we should be good.
Okay.
Although I don't know how my wife will feel about that, because that was my compromise, was like I'm going to go to every other week recordings for that one, and then I'm going to be like, psych, we're doing a Will Reads one. So marriage tip, don't take advice from Alan. Don't run 3 podcasts at the same time. Anyway, yeah, that's my own fault. That's because I don't sleep. It's just who I am. Yeah, fun times.
I can.
What do you say?
I said I don't know how you do it. Like, if I don't get my at least 6.5 hours, I am an angry person.
Yeah, I mean, most nights I get enough sleep. It's like, I don't know, maybe no, I don't get 6 hours. Some nights I do. It just depends. Like I weekend load my sleep. Like I sleep hardcore on the weekends. Like it's a lot of sleeping. And look who shows up.
Look at him with his collar shirt.
Look at him looking all spiffy.
You know you got an undershirt on under there.
When I had I don't know if you can see it. It was like a purplish paisley. I love it. I love rocking the paisley.
It looks good.
Oh, because this beer bottle's green. It's like the invisible beer.
It just appears if you hold it off to the side. That's funny.
This episode's not brought to you by Yingling. It's not brought to you by Yingling. That'd be cool if you got a beer sponsor. Yeah. What do you say? Let's say, are you planning on doing the novella River of Souls after the final? We could talk about doing that. I've read it once. I mean, it's real. Do you call it a novella? It's like a chapter. I don't know. It's online. Yeah. I've never seen it actually in print. I've only seen it online. But someone might correct me about that.
Is it part of the Wheel of Time?
It is. It's like, yeah.
Epilogue?
Kind of. It's like after it's after everything, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been so long since I read that. Let's see. I think it takes place right after the events. Who published? Was it Robert Jordan? Let's see. Is it canon? There's a whole entire thing whether or not it's even canon. So Brandon Sanderson wrote it afterwards.
He said it's during, and he doesn't want to give anything away. So
yeah, it was released right after the Memory of Light. Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, and they basically were cut scenes, and he decided they deserved to have some, I guess, yeah. We left it on the cutting floor. This is the cut. In general, we had outlined this to put into the original book. We decided to cut it. So it's considered world building, but not canon. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
So it's not necessarily considered canon, but yeah, I mean, we could, sure. Yeah, sure. We'll We can sure. We'll yeah.
You hear my cat in the background. She's like, do it.
We can do that. We can add that in somewhere. They're the cutscenes.
How long is it? That's the real question.
It's like a chapter. It's like a chapter.
We won't be done in time to do it during Jordan Con.
No, because it takes place later in the book in River of Light. Yeah, we won't be finished with this book during Jordan Con or the last book. In fact, in Jordan Con, we'll just be heating up.
Yeah.
So, anyways, because like the last book's just all action, so it's that's a spoiler alert. Giant book of action. So personal life. Tomorrow I have a procedure, so I get to have good sleepy drugs. I'm getting knocked out, getting put under, which is the best sleep in the entire world. So I can't wait to get some anesthesia and take a nappy nap in the middle of the day, and then be all drugged and
come back the last time.
That's time travel sleep. You don't notice the sleep. You count backwards, and then they're slapping you to wake you up, and they're like, "It's been 4 hours." You're like,
"What?" Yeah, time travel sleep, pretty much. Yeah, 100% time travel sleep. When you're exhausted, you get time travel sleep too. You don't necessarily need the drugs to do it. When I used to do the whole sailing thing, I used to call it time traveling. Like if I want to get to, like, someone's like, "How do you get to, from one spot to another faster?" I was like, "Sleep a lot." You'll be there in no time at all. It might take days, but it won't feel like days. It's like, I just slept the entire time. Just go to sleep, wake up. Hey, we're there.
That's how my Sundays go. Sunday afternoons, I should say.
Yeah, that's not how my Sundays go. I don't sleep at all during the day. I don't sleep at all during the night.
The only time I ever nap is on a Sunday, because feels like my body's finally at peace, and I get maybe a 20-30 minute nap. But
yep. So I mean, tomorrow I'm not getting surgery, in case people are wondering. Nothing's super wrong. They're sitting at 2 down my throat. It's an endoscopy, so it's the opposite of a colonoscopy. They go in the other end. So rather having my anus violated, I'm getting deep throated tomorrow.
You better hope they use the right probe for that. Then
I had both of the
this
same
one goes in your
at the
mouth.
Same time.
This one goes in your butt.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
I messed them up.
This one goes in your mouth, and this one goes in your butt.
They could have messed me up. I literally had both at the same time.
You had both at the same time? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Got spit roasted.
I did. I think they went until the cameras touched, and they pulled them back out.
Okay. Anyways, so what's going on in you guys' personal life? Ian, I know you're in the middle of chewing, so how about you go?
I don't have any big updates from last time. Work is still working. Nothing's changed there. We got a ton of snow coming. I'm sure y'all might have mentioned that already, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I've not talked about it. We have somewhere between 1 and 6 feet of snow coming. 1 inch and 6 feet of snow. It's
right. No snow or 6 feet of snow. Somewhere in between.
Somewhere between no snow or 6 feet.
Typical
it
forecast.
Really just depends on like the fine minor, like, because it's funny because like I was telling my wife that like happy that we are getting snow this weekend. She's like, my app says we're only getting like 1 inch, and I was like, well, my app says 24. Like, and I'm like,
yeah, give it 10 minutes or change. It won't be accurate until Thursday, really.
Yeah,
it's been doing the same thing here in Charlotte, and so like I technically live in Matthews, and then Charlotte is 12 minutes down the road from there, and it's like at one moment both Matthews and Charlotte are getting snow starting Thursday.
Yeah.
Then the next, are y'all at risk of the ice line, or is that going to be well below y'all?
I'm not sure.
The ice and freezing line. So especially in the South and the East Coast South, when they get that, I mean, there's places that can expect to be without power for a couple weeks. That is the ice they're going to get at the bottom part. Whoever gets it is going to be crippling. So I feel bad for them. I don't think it'll be us, but
yeah, I don't think so. Like the way ours is going right now, like where I'm at, we're getting snow now on Friday, and then Charlotte's getting rain, and then snow all day Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday. And we're only getting snow Saturday, Sunday, nothing on Monday, but it's also going to be 18 degrees on Monday. So, like, it's playing with us right now. And literally, we're talking 12 minutes, and you got such huge differences. So,
yeah.
It's the one.
Anyway, that's all I got going. Unless I bore you with like work stuff, but
I'm good.
It's not even exciting. It's boring. Yeah,
I'm good.
Pass. All right. There you go. That's what I got.
Chris?
Well, I'm just trying to think. How did my weekend was easy. It was nice. So my father-in-law had his 66th birthday. And so we just like went over the house on Saturday. His birthday is on Friday, but he had a little gathering for his cabinet people. So they had a party of their own that had nothing to do with his birthday. He was like, I'm cool with that. So then we went over there on Saturday, watch football, play board games, just really chill, relax. Okay. And then Saturday or Sunday and Monday were just like church and then chill. Like it was just calm.
Yeah. No, adult birthday parties are fun, especially the chill, just like hang out ones. Like I'm in the season of kids' birthday parties, which are so I had to go to 2 on Saturday. The second one I just left. I was like, I'm done. And I'll explain why real fast. So the first one, they both were like for girls, so they were for my daughter's friends. The first one was one of her classmates, and it was at a bounce house place with a bunch of bounce houses. And for whatever reason, all the dads took their daughters. So like it was all the guys I knew, and we just like hung out and chilled and talked and like I had a lot of fun. Like it was great. I had a good time. Yeah. And then we went directly from there to the next birthday party. And that birthday party, there were no dads there, only moms. I was the only guy there besides the dad of the girl having a birthday party. And he was busy running around doing stuff. And all the girls were it's like a knitting circle. They're all going, like literally they pulled out their knitting and we're talking about different crochet techniques. And I'm just sitting on the couch like, and I turned to my wife, I'm like, I'm going to go home. We drove separately because I had to go to the first party and she didn't. Yeah. So like, I had a separate car. I was like, I'm out. like I ain't doing this anymore. I'm leaving. Like I am like bored beyond my mind, and I'm already peopled out. Like I'd already been around people all morning long, so I was like, I'm done. I'm not trying to be sociable. Like I'm not trying to like talk to all these people and try to force conversation. I need to be free. And went home and worked on podcast stuff because that's all I do these days. Is lots and lots of podcast stuff. I went. It's funny. I look back like a year ago and like I was like really slacking on all the podcast stuff and like not doing much of it, and now I've like gone full send back into it. Like that one of like just doing.
I didn't want to bring it up and jinx you, but I'm very proud of you, Alan. You are kicking butt and taking names.
I'm working hard, man. I started a new podcast. I forgot how fun and exhilarating that is, but also how much work it is, especially the new one that we're starting. I'm not going to get into too much details on it quite yet, but it's already started. Well, we haven't started releasing episodes yet, but we've already started recording. But it is a lot more work. Like I was like, oh, we don't have to read. It's going to be less. Production level is so much higher. It's like
he did learn from his mistakes, though. He's like getting this big amount of stuff taped in advance or recorded in advance.
Yeah, we're getting all the stuff ready to go. So it's in a lot higher production level. So it's I'm cutting my teeth into the whole new ways of editing and trying new things, and it's gonna be fun. But I'm having fun with it. But it's a lot.
Every green letter on your shirt is also now.
I know. Bigger, badder, radder. That was the 2015 Color Me Rad run. I volunteered. I didn't run in it. I just volunteered. So I just got to throw color on people. It was fun. Yeah. Have you ever been to one of those?
I have been on the outside watching. That is it. I've not run in it. I have not thrown the colors.
Yeah, I was volunteering, so I had to throw the colors. It was fun. I got to sell
the runs where they're like, hey, do you want to run? And occasionally we'll give you a beer. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. If they're like, do you want to run? And occasionally you jump into mud and then get smacked in the face with paint. I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking do that. That all sounds horrible.
Yeah, we sell like for charity, like they sell like the color packs. So like I worked that tent, so I had to sell a bunch of these, like, and you can pick your colors out, and then like so the runners carry packs too, so they're throwing it at each other while they're racing, and then you have color stations where like you run past a group of like people watching, spectators just like chucking bags of like colored flour on you. And then they have like paint spill, like a giant like bucket that just spills paint. It's a lot of color. It's fun. From the outside looking in, I don't know if I want to run that. Just be pegged with like bags, it's like being pegged with bean bags while trying to run a 5K. But whatever. It was fun. We had a good time. It was fun to volunteer for. On that side of things. So anyway, that was. Well, 2015, so 11 years ago now. It was a while ago.
We won't think about that.
I'll think about what?
How long ago things were. Like I'm about to be on my 20th high school reunion. Like I'm not gonna go, but I shouldn't say that. I might. I doubt it.
Yeah. Talk about a weird conspiracy theory too. You look back like 10 years ago. I'm getting into a fun conspiracy theory. You go back to like, you define decades. Like the 40s are defined. The 50s are defined. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s are defined. Since the 90s, what's the difference between 2004, 2014, and 2024? Like culturally.
It's kind of like BC and AD. There's before Harambe's death and after Harambe's death.
Yeah.
And there's a transition there, but other than that, it's all the same.
Yeah. It's like there's no defined culture. It's just like the new millennial. It's all the same. I guess there's some new words that the kids use these days, but that's about it.
It's all a different version of look at me. And trying to find different ways to get people to look at me and like me and share me.
But you like listen to the radio, it's still the same artist too. Like it's all the same. Like Eminem's still making records. Like 30 years later, he's still making records. Could you imagine
he's still
being
making
in the 90s?
The best recorends?
Yeah, could you imagine being in the 90s and like pick any 60s musician and was still like number one on the charts? Like that doesn't that no other decade that happened. But yeah. Yeah. Can't see my beer bottle. It's the invisible beer. So this is my new tip. Let's see. If you can't see the beer, you're not really drinking it. So I can drink as many as I want of these. It doesn't count.
I did not realize that's how that works.
Officer.
Well, I had 12 beers, but 11 of them were green screen beers, so I only had one.
Yeah, there's no evidence. You can go check the video. I was not drinking a beer, officer.
Not in the slightest.
Harambe died for our sins. Dick's out. Anyway, so
I am in that sleet belt, by the way. I'm looking at the scenarios for North Carolina, and I'm in the sleet ice belt.
That's gonna be fun.
No.
That's what you talk about all the time. We're 20 minutes in. It's about time. It's about time.
It's about
Let's
time.
do it.
It's time. We got a lot to talk. We have 4 chapters to go through tonight, so they're not long chapters, but there's a lot that happens in these. We start with Gawyn. Yeah. And
our man, our friend, our favorite.
Ian's number one dude. And
I'm still loving him.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's feeling worse for wear, but he's
feeling a lot of things though.
He's feeling a lot of things. That water bond. He's like, "Ooh, that so you don't hate me. Ooh, I can feel it all now." Like, yeah, it's definitely interesting. And Gawyn's trying to get him just to rest.
Yeah.
We learned that there was another blood knife, and there's what killed like 2 sisters and a couple of orders too. Like,
correct.
Like
that.
Yeah.
He did damage before
He
whichever did damage before they were taken down.
Before they were taken out, but yeah.
And you're absolutely right. Like the testing of the warder bond is something that he's just like, now I understand that a warder is so much more than just a bodyguard. because he has like open access to all her thoughts and feelings, like every emotion. He can, I'm not saying he can read her mind because there's no telepathy there. It's more emotions.
Right.
Like,
You feel the feels.
Yeah, because of that, he has an idea of what she's thinking and what she's gonna do. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, Gawyn feels the pain of Egwene as she's telling him the news about the Aes Sedai and the Warders and stuff like that. Even though her face and exterior is like, emotionless, being the Amlin seat, she can through the water body. Yeah. You can still feel her emotions. That she's
he's like they're the perfect mask of emotions. He's like, I understand now more than ever that Aes Sedai still definitely feel. So,
Yep. Also, this is revealed. Unfortunately, it wasn't Laris.
I'm so happy.
It was not Laris. It was not the cook. Sorry, Ian. Messina was not the cook. She was Brown's sister.
Yes.
It might still be. Maybe there's a weird twist.
Okay.
No. Nope.
You're still holding on.
I like
no.
Something's been disproven. You're like, no, but I'm still gonna find a way to make it my own.
The Earth is flat, bro.
Oh wait, are you at your mom's house?
He is.
He is. Okay.
He's right down the road. He could just
I might be heading over there after this is over.
Yes.
I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm being put under.
Yeah, this should be the last swim meet during the week. The rest will be weekend stuff. So yeah, when he does the swim meets at Hampton, we do it overnight here. Okay. I'm not driving back to Richmond on a work night after 9:00. Forget that.
Oh, you want to hang out after?
No, I'm going straight to bed. Well, I'm gonna watch probably 2 or 3 episodes of season 2 of Fallout.
Oh yeah, I'm caught up on that. It's good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he has to be a responsible working man tomorrow, Alan.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just being knocked out. So let's see. And then also, is this when Gawyn takes the rings too?
Yeah, so like we have this moment where he realizes that.
Oh, that's at the very end of his section. Never mind. We got some other stuff before that. Sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, there's not that much more. I mean,
yeah,
you've hit the highlights. The thing is like, I feel the understanding that she went with is it Denalia as the Brown sister that she took over. She's just a very unimpressionable person, kind of always in the background. So like, that's why she so easily took her over and manipulated her, and she probably just killed her and took her spot, right? Because she just wasn't a noticeable person. But they found her like done for, already soiled herself, everything. Like I love that little detail being thrown in there. Like she's done. There's no coming back from this.
Yep.
And then you get this moment where you have Egwene and him kind of having a moment where she kind of just like learns to surrender to him and he surrenders to her. So like it's just.
But then he ruins it by like is like we should get married right away immediately, and like Egwene's like no. Yeah.
She's like, do you think my parents or your parents
or
Elaine would ever forgive us if we just went and got married? Absolutely not. This is not going to happen. So, he wasn't completely like told no. It was more, hold on, we have a little bit more to get through before we can do this.
And let's be honest, in a relationship, in anything you're going to or going through as boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, husband, wife, whatever, it's very lucky when you're on the same schedule as each other, when the expectations of how things are going to play out is the exact same, because it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't even happen all the time for trips to the grocery store, let alone what it's going to be to get married. And I know plenty of people that when it comes to getting married, they could care less. For them, it's not about a like celebration around friends and family. Like they don't care. Like it's the act itself and the vows you give to one another before God, if that's what you believe or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he necessarily spoiled it, but they did reveal to each other in this conversation, like, what their priorities are and like what's important to them. And if they can find compromise, like he listens to her and goes, oh yeah, no, you're right. I guess it'd be cool to also include these people. Yeah. That's a good conversation between a young couple.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
So anyhow, my 2 cents. I mean, I'm never on the same page as anybody when it comes to anything important.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're the product of what you see, and everyone's love looks different. And that's the problem with all relationships. Relationship advice by Ellen. Yeah, I mean, everyone's a product of their upbringing and what they've seen and what they know. And the fact of the matter is everyone's love looks different. And everyone wants to love the same way that they want to be loved, but that's not the way that the other person wants to be loved. It never is, because everyone wants to be loved slightly different. I mean, there might be similarities, but everyone's different.
The thing I trip up on all the time, and I've just realized this is the way I am, so I try to communicate it with my partners. I've run into it recently. And this goes for friends too. If I sense that you're putting me through something to test me to see what my reaction is, I will intentionally do the thing that I think will piss you off, just so we can have the uncomfortable conversation of if you want to collaborate and communicate, even if it's not comfortable, I'll do it with you all day long. The moment I think you're testing me, fuck off.
Emotional damage.
And maybe I need to think about that more and work on it. But like the whole testing, I mean, that's a huge conversation we can get into, but I think there's all sorts of issues with it. I recognize it happens all the time in relationships, but it's not a positive thing.
No,
I don't think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, someone did post out, Ian, someone called you out. Fisher did. Ian, I knew Ian was an ice waller. You totally called him out. He is.
All good. Not mad about it.
Not mad about it. So yeah, so that they talk about the marriage stuff, and then that's when Gawyn gets pulled away, and Gawyn's able to get the rings.
Yes.
Which
and he realized he was surprised that all these Aes Sedai didn't realize what they were, you know.
Yeah.
And so I want to know what his plans are for them. Is he going to take them to his sister and try to like get them bettered? Is he going to give them to people and say, if it comes down to it, use them? Like, because he knows enough about them to be dangerous with them.
He does. So, yeah. And then we switch to our boy Lan. Lan the man.
Lan the Mandragoran.
Lan the Mandragoran. Yep.
Let's be honest, the land portion of these chapters is the meat of these chapters. Not that there aren't other good parts, but this just overshadows everything. This could have been a live reaction for one line at the end, but yeah, not jumping ahead, but you know what I mean.
I'll let you deliver it. So yeah, Lan's riding towards Tarmogoyden, and first thing he notices that the bond has changed. And he's
in his mind, he had kicked the bond to the very back of his head.
Yeah, but then he starts to feel it. He's like, "Wait a second, that's not Mariel.
Yeah,
that's my wifey, yo." I can feel that.
It's a subtle change, but I know it.
I know it. Oh yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, as he keeps on marching on, he approaches a small party approaches him, and he sees a rather large gathering.
Well, he's at the border of Kandor and Arathel, right?
Yes. Arathel. Yeah, Kandor and Arathel. Yeah, and there's a ton of people gathered,
huge army,
and some flying the golden crane. And he's like, which one of you disobeyed me? Because I told you guys we're a caravan.
And they're like, dude, everybody knows like this is the best way to get through to where you're going. So if people heard at all, which we've all heard, where do you think they're going to do? They're all going to wait over here.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know what? We're still a caravan. Yeah. Keep your mouth shut. We're going to just ease our way through here because nobody really knows who I am. So as long as y'all don't say nothing,
right,
there won't be nothing.
You guys can call yourself Valkyrie all you want. You can fly your golden crane, but you can say you're searching for your king, but you're not. You can tell them that I'm your king.
Yeah,
that ain't happening.
No.
Yeah.
I love the little quote though. It's like death is light as a feather, but duty is heavier than a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And in life, that is so true sometimes when you really get kind of down and out and you're not quite sure where you want to go with things, and there's so many challenges in life. It's so easy to just be like, man, I wish it were all done.
Just remember cheese.
Cheese? Why cheese?
Because cheese makes everyone happy. You ever been sad and ate cheese? Like, cheese is delicious.
I personally love cheese.
Exactly.
But
cheese is amazing.
Lactose intolerant people, they still love cheese.
They still love cheese.
But
and if you're cooking and screw up a meal, you have one of two options. You either throw some cheese up on that bitch or you put bacon on it. One of those two things will fix it.
Very true. Very true.
Are you salting some more garlic and onions? Throw that on there.
Well, true.
Man, that's how I start cooking. Whenever I cook, like my wife's like, she always makes fun of me because like I literally have no idea what I'm cooking, but I always start with throwing some onions and garlic in a pan and start cooking. So what are you cooking? I was like, I don't know yet, but we're starting here. This is how we're together. This is how we're starting.
At some point, we're going to throw a protein in there. I haven't decided.
It's going to be delicious. Cheese is good. I like cheese. The problem is we spoiled our kids with cheese, so like now they only like super fancy cheeses because like we are big, like we're a big cheese family. Like we like our fancy cheeses, like Gruyere's,
pretty cheesy.
Our extra sharp, like super
so
sharp.
You're not getting the sliced cheese where you.
Our kids won't eat it. Our kids won't eat it. They will not eat that stuff. They will not eat cheese product. They're like, no, this is gross. Like, I need some like extra stinky, like hard cheese that's like super sharp. Our goat cheese. Our kids will eat goat cheese too.
American cheese on a burger is still pretty untouchable. I think the only thing that comes close is like a good soft smoked Gouda. But other than that, American cheese, maybe Swiss, depending on the burger you're going for, but
Havarti.
American cheese on a burger is good.
Havarti.
You see, but then when you bite it, and maybe for me it's memories tied to it as well. But you bite an artisan burger, and I don't get those happy memories of a really satisfying burger, when you're super hungry, or that's different.
Yeah. Munster. Oh, Munster's good. That's a good one. Munster cheese on a burger.
No, I don't think it beats a good thick slice of American melted on there.
I got a new grill for Christmas, so that's
Are you all iced out now? Let me see.
Oh, it's not very shiny.
No, I'm not trying to represent that part of bad news.
Yeah, Lan, on the other hand, he realizes that all these people here have recognized the call to arms, and he is touched, but he's like, I must deny them their right. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm not their leader. I'm not their king. I'm sorry they came so far. Hopefully they get the message and they go ahead to the battle. But if not, that's on them because they don't belong in the battle I'm going to. They belong in another battle. Like, that's his frame of thought in this moment.
Well, he's kind of fighting it though, and you touched on the reason why, I think, because he knows the tradition, the culture of all of these people that live in the borderlands, not just his people or the Shinarans, all of them that even remotely live up there. For him to flat out straight deny him and turn him away and say, go leave. I mean, that's like in the Aiel world, like you're creating the worst kind of toe ever.
Oh yeah.
That's like the most extreme dishonor. So he's battling that. He's like, he knows this is something he has to do, but he also cares for these people. He knows it's going to be horrible and an almost impossible thing they're going up against.
Sure.
But who is he to deny them that opportunity too? So there's that battle because like he's people that insist. He's like, fine. Well, if you go the same way as me, fine. We're all going the same way now. But don't invite anybody else. And then when other people hear about it, he fights it a little bit. But then he's like, oh, I guess it makes sense. We're all going the freaking same way. And Nynaeve said we're going this way. And
yeah.
So he's battling it.
And so they try to pass through the gates as a caravan, but almost immediately people start recognizing land and they start calling, and it's like, it's just like a wildfire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as he's first going through, it's just like Taishar Malkir, Taishar Arthur. Like, it's just greetings.
Right.
And it wasn't until Prince, is it Kislar?
Yeah, Kislar. Yeah.
Was at the gate and looks down and he's like, Land Almond Dragon. And he's like, wait. And
it's true.
Around, like, what? And then like this prince comes down and he's like, well, we knew you were coming. We were just waiting on you to come.
Yeah, Nynaeve told us and said you might even try to disguise yourself. But we knew you never abandoned your warhorse from
Mandarb. Like that was thing she could have said to them was just look out for the horse. Y'all know the horse. Like he will he'll cut his hair and cover his face and wear makeup, but he'll never touch the horse.
Yeah. Mandarb's been with us almost as long as Bella. I mean, only a couple chapters after we met Bella, we met Mandarb.
Because at least we hear more about Mandarb. Bella is like gone to the wind.
What?
Bella!
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. So
way to steal the thunder. We talk about Mandar, but straight to Bella. Oh, we're talking about horses? Bella. No disrespect to Mandar. Great horse.
Great. But yeah, Prince Kislar and Prince Kindral are waiting on him. So the princes of both Malkir, well, not Malkir, but Arthel and what's the other one? Candor, both here, like waiting to join him. And they're like,
and all of Shinar is going to be behind him.
Oh yeah, he's like, our ancestors swore an oath, and the oath is thicker than blood. Like we will go with you. And yes, your wife is the one that told us. And he's like, well, curse and bless her at the same time. And he like tries to send that message down the pathway. Like, really? Really? That's what you do?
I could just see it. The prince is like, yeah, everybody here was looking out for you because we knew you were coming. And Land being like, what do you mean, everybody? And they turn, like everybody's looking at him. And the prince is like, everybody. We are all going. We're all going with you.
Everybody.
Yeah. And what's our line, Ian?
Oh, I don't have it in front of me. You do it, Chris. Plus, you got the more beautiful voice for it.
Oh no, I only have like 4 words. The golden crane flies.
Yeah.
That's it.
And he kind of says it reluctantly. It's not like he turns fully accepting and says it loudly for everyone to hear. It was he turns to him and he's like, all right, here's the order. You pass it along.
Yeah.
The golden crane flies. Let's roll.
The golden care flies for Tom and Guyton.
That was it.
Meanwhile, as he's coming to these gates and looking around, he's thinking to himself how, they're going to have to stop a lot of what's coming, but like this will be a good spot. They'll be able to put up a good fight here also. So he's like thinking of strategy and whatnot. But now I'm curious if they talk about it. Are they leaving a contingency behind? Like, what's the point? It almost seems like you have to throw everything at what's coming. Yeah. Like, let's not plan on leaving people back to fall back here and there. Like, everybody pack it up. Let's go. That's what it feels like.
Oh, the golden crane flies for Tom and Guyton. Lan said softly, let any man or woman who wishes to follow join it and fight. He closed his eyes as the call went up. It soon became a cheer, then a roar.
The golden crane flies.
That's it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We could be done for the rest of the night.
That's some other good parts.
Oh no, there are definitely some good pieces, but that right there was a moment. I was driving when I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, it's about to go down." Like this is what we've been waiting on for 12 and 3/4 books.
As far as Land's arc, this has been his destiny the whole time, and even before we were introduced to him from the moment he was born. This is where it was coming to.
Right.
Correct. Completely agree.
I don't think I think he's probably the best example of no matter what he did, and he spent plenty of his life running from it, fighting it, denying it. No matter what Land did, he was going to end up in this position, in this place. Like he is probably one of the most pivotal and driven by the pattern people. He could have right off the bat after he was born and got a little bit older. He could have been like, screw this, and like left and hopped on a boat and ended up with the Sean Chan. And I promise you, he would have ended up right back here at this spot with all these people wanting to follow him.
Yeah,
it was such a strong pull to this moment.
Yep,
completely agree.
Yeah. So, anything else from this chapter before we move to chapter 43?
Tea.
Tea.
Have you noticed every time Bond set in with the good relationships, at least that we've seen, there is an appreciation that goes both ways, and we got to experience it through Land here, but we saw it with Gawyn and Egwene, more from Gawyn's perspective of the when you feel the feelings, but like there's a person you already admired, and then when you feel the depth behind that, it's just enhanced it. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Switch over to Chris's boy Perrin.
Yo.
Hold on a second. I am trying my damnedest. Oh, this new update. My phone like auto locks. I'm like, leave it alone. I just want to be able to see my notes.
Oh,
anyway,
you took notes. Look at you.
I always take notes. I have pages of notes.
Wow.
This Perrin and Galad business, it's got me ruffled a little bit, only because
Really?
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I said this out loud in our last episode with them, but I was thinking it, and I think I didn't say it out loud because I felt stupid.
Pray tell.
And I thought the moment Galad was going to issue his punishment, it was going to be, all right, your punishment is you have to lead me and my people also. I know I touched on how it's going to be difficult for them to share leadership. Like I just didn't see that. There's no way.
Right.
And even I'm jumping way ahead, but I can't help it. Even as this unfolds with Perrin leading White Cloaks, Galad is such a significant. I mean, I compared him to the great captains, right? It's ability to instantly pick apart the best thing you have to do in the battle, no matter the cost, right? Perrin's going to have to use that. And these two are not going to be fighting side by side. So there's going to be a side quest for Galad. Hopefully it doesn't lead to him dying. I don't know, but anyways.
Yeah.
I only kicked myself because like I almost thought it and then didn't want to say it out loud. But this makes sense.
Said it. You did mention exactly what you said, which is like the two of them won't be able to rule together. Something's going to have to work out. I don't remember your exact words, but you did bring that to our attention.
It would almost be a waste of two amazing strategists and characters to just have them hip to hip the rest of the way. No.
But I can see the advantage of them being hip to hip ish because they are both great. Well, I wouldn't call Perrin necessarily a great strategist. He's a great leader and he's a hard worker. And then Galad's a great strategist and thinker.
It's interesting though. You do need a counterbalance, I think. But when it comes to actual fighting, we've seen Perrin be a good strategist, but we've also seen him go bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
And so if he's got that bloodlust, Galad would be a good counterbalance for him.
Yeah.
But if Perrin's in the more like this most recent battle, strategist, planning, being thoughtful, intentional.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a Galad. He needs a Matt in that situation. So it depends on what version of Perrin is coming out when the fighting happens. I think right now we're kind of past Bloodlust Perrin.
I think so too.
So I don't think Galad's a good counterweight for him. I think Galad or Perrin balanced with a Matt type character is what you need. So they both need their wild card person to flirt with on the battlefield.
You've got Galad trying to really understand the Ashaman. And then he has accepted healing from the Aes Sedai. So here's the captain commander of the White Cloaks doing a 180-degree turn away from what the White Cloaks would typically be all about. And, you know, context, the fact that Galad grew up with Aes Sedai, knowing the value of Aes Sedai, but then he joined the White Cloaks just for reach, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he really wanted to be a part of them. He kind of fell into it and was good at the role.
Yeah. I mean, he does give some pushback for a little bit when Perrin proposes that you know, he has to obey him or whatever. He pushes back for half a second, and Perrin makes a really good argument saying, like, well, if you're going to be the last battle, Rand's going to be in charge. And I can guarantee you, like, I'm going to give you more leeway if you push back against my orders. If you push back against Rand orders,
Well, there's a whole lot to that, like all in a few sentences, because you know, he mentions to Galad that every sword is needed at the last battle. You know, that he's headed to Andor, which is where Galad needs to go. They're searching the ground together, and you know,
they find a person that's hurt.
Finding this person that's hurt, and that person is healed on Galad's order by Aes Sedai.
Right.
Which again, here's another White Cloak healed by an Aes Sedai. So we're seeing this kind of give and this give and this give. And then he's like, you know, the whole rule of it all is that the White Cloaks can choose whether or not they want to be healed. And Galad gave that word. And then you have Perrin kind of sit with him. He's like, you know what? We only have weeks until this fight.
Right.
I need you. If we're lucky. Yeah, if we're lucky. I need you and your people to be willing to travel. Like I need you guys to be willing to work with.
If you're willing to fight alongside the Aes Sedai, you need to be willing to use all the resources.
I mean, at this point, the White Cloaks are the latest to the game to even start considering, hey, maybe the way we've been is not going to jive with this end of days scenario. So like they're being rushed to do it. All these other characters and factions, a lot of them we've watched slowly warm up to it and have example after example to like eventually come to, oh, I guess I need to accept the way things are and things are changing. The White Cloaks held on to being White Cloaks up until like a chapter ago. A half a chapter ago. So it would actually, from a writing standpoint, it would be weird to have Galad force them through all that change, because now you would have too many White Cloaks that would start second guessing Galad and undermining him and whatnot. But kind of from a writing standpoint, finding a way that it makes sense logically, that they'd be so focused on the last battle that they can then be convinced to follow Perrin. I don't know. It makes more sense. I feel more comfortable with this than where we left off last time with them.
Well, and then, so then they make oaths to each other. He's like you said, pledge to me or else you'll have it worse than Rand. And then like they make oaths, shake hands, and then Galad is like drops from like the weight of it all. And Perrin's like, don't worry, it'll end soon. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you feel it. He's like, because I feel it. I feel it all the time. I feel it worse than you. He's like,
you just got the beer, motherfucker.
He's like, and if you think it's bad now, imagine what would have happened if you'd gotten it from Rand like I do. He's like, the feeling will pass.
Yeah. I forgot about that part, but that's true. He flat out told him, be like, Brian, I'm not even going to apologize for it. I didn't intentionally compel you. However, you got to know, you're not dumb. You would figure it out anyways. You just got Taviran.
Yeah.
You
He's like, you've been
You
being
didn't have much of a say
for a
here.
minute. He's like, I needed you clearly on multiple levels, because if Galad hadn't been here, Perrin wouldn't be the leader he is now. He would never create the hammer. He would never have proven himself.
Right.
He would have never gotten free of the feeling of guilt towards killing the White Cloaks. Like, all of this stuff had to happen for Perrin to be.
It all goes back to Eye of the World. Need is the key.
Need is the key.
Need is the key.
Need is the key.
And boom, like he has been being Taviran now for days, weeks,
for days.
months.
And Perrin hasn't thought about or talked about that much in these previous chapters. But the fact that he says it now kind of alludes to the fact that he's been considering this, right? And he's starting to accept not just his woofiness, but the whole Taviran portion. And he doesn't have to fully understand everything. But there's certain things, like when it feels like a relationship is being forced on him, when it feels like no matter how much you want to fight it, like someone is being thrown in your lap, then that's the Taviranness. He's got to accept it and be like, all right, this Galad thing was really weird for a second. But honestly, when I look at everything that just unfolded, clearly you were supposed to be here with me. Like, this is important.
Right.
The Taviranness, the pattern, whatever you want to call it, this needs to happen. So let's just accept it.
Right.
I doubt the way Perrin thinks that he just had this thought recently, just now talking to Galad. He's been mulling that over for a little while, like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that how this stuff works? Yeah.
And then we get to Fael.
Oh no, it's from Alejandro's point of view, but yes.
It is from Alejandro's point of view.
Yeah. Alejandra is watching Fael and Barrelane.
Alejandra.
Yeah.
Alejandra.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fael and Barrelane begrudgingly agreeing to pretend to be besties, only to trip over each other, build bunk beds so they have room for more activities, name their favorite dinosaur at the same time, and go, did we just become best friends?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It helps too that Barrelane has her eye on somebody else now.
Yeah. It does.
And, maybe she's trying to justify it after the fact, but even as it's unfolding now, she's like, okay, I tried to force what I thought should happen, and like I was meeting resistance all the way. But then this stumbled in my lap, and when I look at it, I go, this makes so much more sense.
It didn't stumble. It was Taviran.
Yeah.
Taviran.
Which then makes you think, okay, I've spent some time hating on Barrelane. I won't say we.
I love Barrelane.
But let's apply this logic too. Barrelane has a very specific set of skills that she has harnessed over a lifetime of being this teeny tiny nation surrounded by gigantic nations, using what she has. And it's not just the physical. There's some wiles. There's some understanding, being able to compel without being able to compel.
Yeah.
Understanding human nature and finding ways to navigate it to constantly benefit her and her people. Huge skills.
Yeah.
And it's clicking to me now that, okay, instead of hating on her, and hopefully Perrin is realizing this, she's also part of that Taviran shit that he just talked to Galad about. But Barrelane's there for a reason.
Yeah.
It was a lot of headache for a while, but the reason is it's starting to be more acceptable.
Wants to admit it or not, Barrelane had just as much of a hand in making Perrin a leader as she did.
Yes.
If not more, because she is
I'm glad you said it out loud.
She is an example of what the Two Rivers could be, if not greater.
Yeah. They're going to need that mojo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because as we find out when we jump to Morghese and Elaine, Perrin is a personality to be reckoned with. And it'll be far better to be friendly with this guy than to make an enemy of him. This Manetheren thing is not going to go away.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and so like, you have Alejandro like watching Fael and Barrelane and trying to figure out what's going on with them, because she realizes that they're playing a game here, trying to pretend like they like each other. And she admits that she's like, they might actually be liking each other now, but you can see it in the tightness in their eyes and the overly friendliness of their conversations that this was planned. And she's like, you know, at the end of the day, I need to make sure I'm keeping an eye on what's happening here. And of course, they recognize that she's listening in. She realizes she made a mistake. So they just kind of like end the conversation.
Yeah. Well, Galad shows up too, and that ends the conversation.
Well, hold on. But what's the little trinket we get? What's the little trinket we get with these two actually coming together and actually being friends? Fail and Berlane separately, their skill sets are different.
Mm-hmm.
They have similar goals and ambitions, but the way they go about it is very different. But they're both very skilled. This is maybe I'm hoping more than I'm reading into this, but a signal of what might be to come if these two were actually friends and not just frenemies or worse enemies. If they're actually working together, what these two women can do.
Oh yeah. Well, Fael breaks it down in the next chapter too to Perrin. But that's yeah, we'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah. Leandra is the baby sister that's trying to figure out what her big sisters are doing. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
When you know you were on the outside looking in, you could be as smart as a whip. You could read everything, but you always have to have that grain of salt that you don't know. Never move forward assuming you know.
Well, and that was
you're outside looking in. You could be pretty darn sure, but you'll never know. And that's an awkward feeling.
Goes up to Fael and she's like, you know, I'm glad you guys are working on things because Berlane is important. She has you know, there's this network of half truths going around her, but she understands the world and sees it very differently. And even though she kind of took on the challenge of your husband for sport and challenge and country, there's never love. And Fael was like, it would be easier if there was love involved, but she was just being strategic. She's like, I don't know if I appreciate that from her or hate it because of her. She's like, this is what I don't get about her. And then Alejandro's like, well, it's a strength of hers. And it also allows her to switch gears.
That's the difference between Fael, who was raised in such a way where she had hope, and Berlane, who probably never had that luxury and was always focused on survival.
Yeah.
Of her and her people. I won't say it's selfish survival. She took care of her people along the way. But when you're locked in that survival mode for so long, this feeling shit, the fuck does that matter?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Happiness? No. That's not the goal. We can fake happiness. We can get to where we need to go and then make happy happen. But Berlane's focused on survival of herself and her nation
100%
for so long. All the stuff Fael thinks about, Berlane doesn't think about. No, not part of the decision-making process.
Yep. So anything else from this chapter before we move on to the next one?
Hold on.
Go through your notes.
I butchered it because I just talked about everything instead of talking in order. So,
we
probably skip stuff.
No, the one thing we really didn't talk about was the conversation that Alejandra has with Berlane.
Yeah,
and how she's just like, I'll find another way to make a connection to the dragon. Marriage is a hunt and it's calculated,
right?
And she, you know, the whole time Alejandra's like, well, what about love? And she's like, no, that's not necessary. It's not for me. And then Galad walks in.
Got to do what they got to do with it.
And then Galad walks in and completely ruins her mojo because Alejandra realizes that she's like drooling over Galad and like locked in on him. He comes.
This is more than a logical political alliance.
Yeah, he's like, you pleaded.
Berlane's got feels.
She's like, of course I would plead for you. It makes sense. And he's like, but you didn't have to. You went out of your way, even when others wouldn't have. And the whole time, Alejandro's like, okay, this makes sense. And then she goes and steals some silk that she wants so she can make herself a sash.
Yeah.
Little thief.
Yeah. Alejandro does or Bearline does?
Alejandro does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Bearline.
No, she's cleaning the cloth.
Right, and making bandages. And she's like, oh, we ain't gonna make this one a bandage. I think that's good though. Sometimes in the middle of like breaking stuff down for war, it's like what's that movie where there's those gigantic storms that freeze everything and they're in they're in the library and they have to start burning books in the fireplace.
Tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. And then it eventually gets to a point where it's like, no, there's some books we have to protect.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is a stupid silk piece.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid.
Yes, great movie.
And yeah.
But this is similar. And I know it's a piece of silk or whatever, but you're breaking down stuff for bandages. And then there's something in the pile that, like, for so long has been something used as an item to accentuate, to make things more beautiful. And in its own way, it's art. You know, the human body can be art, and when people dress it up and everything. And so to grab that and be like, no, this one's not going to be a bandage. This one I'm going to make myself look good with. I'm not mad at that. It might seem selfish, but also like you got to hang on. When you're going into war, you got to hang on to little bits of humanity.
Yeah.
If that, I don't know. I wasn't mad at
that. No, I wasn't mad at it either, for real.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing it to saving it to like the first print of the Bible. It's not, maybe not on that level, but
sure. So the next one is a backhanded request.
Ooh.
I was hoping somebody actually caught a backhand.
No, I you know, for a moment.
I'll see if I had like a slap or whatever sound, but I don't. I don't have a slap or I have a punch. Oh, that works. You hear that?
No, we can't hear it.
No.
Hold on.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Hear it. I did hear it.
There it is.
There it is.
That's leaning more into spankings.
Yeah. I have explosions. Okay,
that's how it sounds apparently when I
anyway. So we start with more gays, and she's looking for Master Gill. And
she's looking at her land though. She's walking around and she's like, God, this is getting worse than the blight.
Yeah.
Which I think is important to pay attention to because the land is definitely being eaten up very quickly.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, you know?
Yeah.
In her mind, she's like, wait a second, it's not my land though, but it is my land, but it's not my land.
Yeah. But yeah, and she finally does find Master Gill, and they're discussing returning to Camelin and Elaine and all that stuff. And as they're loading up the wagons to go, Talonford approaches them and kind of pulls Morghese to the side and says, "Can we speak in private?" And she's like, she goes with him, and he's just like, "Hey, listen, you're a former queen. I'm just a nobody. Like, this is never gonna work. I'm gonna go to Whitebridge and go that direction. You go to Camelin. We'll just end this right now. Like, I'm not worthy." Yeah. And
I mean, you summarized the first part of it. I mean, at the end of the day, like there are moments, there's parts of the conversation where it's like Perrin did her service and gave her back Basil Gill, gave her Lenny back, like Lenny.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, they all went to his side, essentially, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
Be it because they needed his protection or not, they were still kind of loyal to him. And you know, she was as well, but there's the tension in the camp. Everybody now knows who she is. You know, Fael definitely recognizes that she's kind of slighted a little bit on one side, but at the same time respects the decision that was made. And so now Morgase's like, I need to get back to my daughter. I need to make that right. She said, quote unquote, the illusion has ended.
Yeah.
And that was that moment where she kind of comes to the realization, like, the reason why I never married Bryn or Tom was because
Political.
anything with them would have been a political threat against my daughter.
Right.
If they had been in charge, or if we had children together, she would have rivals, and we couldn't have that.
Right. And I mean, and Talver pushes her, like, you need to go back to Camelin and officially denounce the threat, or denounce yourself, abdicate is the right word. You know, to give Elaine authority. And she's like, yeah, I know. You know, and all that good stuff. And as this is going on, you know, they decide to, she starts thinking about what she really wants, and she goes in for the kiss, and Lenny sees it. And it's like, okay, that's enough. That's enough.
You do have that moment. Talonvor is like, you know, I will forever be yours, and he like gets on his knee, and he like
gives the sword.
And he's like, you must do what you do for Andor. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to turn me down. And she's like, no, not again. I love you. And
then Lenny's like, all right, you're getting married right now. This is enough of this. And like, and Morgase protests. She's like, Perrin already tried that. He goes, I am not Perrin.
She's like, more than not Perrin. Like, you will get married tonight, and we will be celebrating tonight. In my mind, Leanie's a black woman. I'm sorry. Like, it just makes sense.
It makes sense. I can see that.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. And then Morgase protests, like, well, Talvor hasn't even asked me yet. And Talvor's like, okay, fine, I'll ask. And she's like, okay, the yes. She's like, you guys are acting like teenagers. She's like, I am a grown woman. She's like, then quit. Start acting like one. You're not acting like one right now. Like, she's like, when I was 18 years old, when you were 18 years old, you were married already for political reasons. Like, stop playing these games. Anyway, so they agree to get married and flash forward over to Perrin's point of view. And Perrin's speaking with Kevlin about a bunch of trees that died during the night and the blight that's going on, and
100 trees dead in one night. He's like, we'll just use it for firewood. Keep it moving. Ignore.
Yeah. He thinks about the power rod weapons, you know, how they don't ever get dull. And he's thinking about some things, and he's walking over the traveling ground, you know, where the last of the people are starting to head to Camelin. You know, they're all leaving. And this is when Fael approaches him and says, you know what the difference between a hawk and a falcon is?
I love this part. Like, this was a good moment.
Yeah. It's like, do you know the difference between a hawk and a falcon?
Before we get to this point, though, we want to pay attention to the fact that more of the power rod weapons are being created.
Yeah.
He got 5 forges, which he traded food for. Yep. And now he's got them making spearheads for the Aiel. Like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Like indestructible spearheads that never go dull, never break.
Yep. Pretty badass.
And then he realizes, gotta meet with Elaine soon. Like, this time is coming. Like, you know, we're gonna have to figure this out. You know, we only got a few weeks till the battles, but we should still figure everything out. And then, you know, Barrelane has kind of gone off with the white cloaks and kind of made some proclamations. And he's like, things are working out. And then we have this moment where it's like, you know, a falcon.
Yeah.
You know, a falcon is smaller. It's swifter. It fights with the beak. It's, you know,
fights with the beak. It's better flyer. All that good stuff. You know, the hawk's slower, but fights with his talons, but has a lot more power.
Yeah.
And then Perrin's like, well, you know, when there's the rabbit, the hawk usually gets the rabbit.
Yeah.
You know, the hawk's more powerful. It kills the rabbit faster and everything like that. And Fael puts in, but who hunts the hawk?
That was the moment where she kind of put her her foot forward or whatever, if you want
Yeah.
to say it like that. I want to say her dug her claws in, but that's not the right analogy here, since she really just dug her beak in.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, yeah, the falcon can beat the hawk in the air.
Yeah.
I was like, man, she's so slick. I like her so much.
Yeah. It's a fun little analogy that she is, but but she also says, Perrin's now taking a liking to Galad. So, I think all that's past, and the rumors and everything have kind of died down and are switched focus now. So, yeah. And most people don't believe the rumors anymore. So it's, yeah. And as they're talking, then Morghese, Lenny, and Talanfor all stroll over. And Morghese just comes right to Perrin. It's like, I need to get married. And Fael's like, ooh, this is going to be fun.
Well, and it wasn't even like, so Fael literally saw it coming. She's like, and the last leaf is dropped. And he's like, what do you mean? The tree's already dead. He's like, no. She goes, no, look over there. And he's like, but they don't even like each other. And she goes, really? Really?
That's a good point. Ian from the bathrooms texting, writing in about talking about Mid's viewing from earlier, that a hawk and a falcon will be perched on Perrin's shoulder. When she saw Perrin, that was way books and books and books ago. She first saw Perrin, that there would be a hawk and a falcon. Saying, it's come full circle now. Yeah,
it has come full circle. I mean, hey, like he said, everything comes back to the eye of the world.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing there.
There definitely was. And it makes me, I haven't finished my re-listen yet. I kind of got distracted by other things, but
okay.
In this moment, you Fael, like, she sees it, she calls it.
Yeah.
They come over and she's like, you're kind of akin to our Lord here.
Yeah.
I'll have you marry us. And that's what
I can't have my son marry me. That would just be weird. So you're the only other person here that can. Parents like, I've never done this before. So the Two Rivers customs are, it's like, I don't really, it's like, Fael's like, just make it up. You can do whatever you want. This is your thing.
Yeah. Well, you also have Galad, who has a letter with a red seal on it, and he kind of tucks it away. So that's something to think about too. There's that moment of like, what is that?
Yeah.
But then, you're right. She's like, let's just say simple oaths before you.
But before that, she's like, when they're going over, Morghese does say that she'll talk to Elaine for him and try to get him titles.
Yes.
So in return for marrying.
Yes. She's like, we'll get you, we'll get everything situated. And Fael's like, you'll give us the introduction. Yeah. We'll get things situated. Right. And Perrin's like, is she really going to go through with this making me king stuff? Like, she only mentioned it once in passing, but I think that's a horrible idea.
Yeah. But Fael is definitely taking the reins here, because she even speaks for Perrin. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna marry you. That's fine. Perrin's like, what? Wait, what? Yeah.
There's zero question in that.
Yeah. The red seal letter that goes in Galad's pocket, and then they have their very short ceremony, because Perrin's just like, marriage. You guys are married. like that was it. Pretty much the end. She's like, I don't even know what else to say. Married.
He's like, hold on. It was what was exactly? I think he said, well, be it. You are married. Be away with you.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's what he said.
Right.
And they all kind of stare at him like, huh? And then as they leave, Fael's like, we're going to work on that. You got to get better for next time. He's like, next time?
They're all changed. It was rough in there, huh?
You haven't seen Seinfeld? I got to take my shirt off to take care of that business. Who wears their shirt to do that?
That's great.
But I needed to chime in here, so I rushed it, because this is perfect. All right, Fael's talking about, you'll get better about it. But honestly, after everything they've been through and the interaction with Perrin and Morghese up until this point, when they look back and tell the story about it, how weird would the story be to finish it with? And then at the wedding, Perrin gave like this perfect speech that the perfect Lord would give. No, the Perrin speech in this time of war, going to the battle to end all battles, right? And all this turmoil still left to unfold. Perrin's speech is, all right, doesn't everybody here have shit to do? Like, all right, we're done. Go.
You're married.
And so that's what they got. It's perfect. And when they retell this story later on, even if it irks them now, because it's like, that's not the traditional, there should have been more. It'll make sense 5 years from now when they're telling, the next generation about it. They're like, no, you got to understand. That was a huge blessing to get that type of ceremony from Perrin in that moment. It was him. It was authentic.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then we get into a fun part because Fail goes off because she's going to get ready for the festivals. And Perrin's like, where are you going? It's like, I mean, the marriage can be whatever it is. The ceremony's whatever. The party, though, is important. And I got to get the ale ready.
Yeah, we're gonna party. Celebrations cannot be skipped.
You don't slack on that.
You don't slack on the party. Yeah, and Perrin kind of wanders off, and as he's wandering off, he gets hit in the back of the head with something. Like something hits in the back of the head. He's like, what?
I also made a note of something else. I wanted to just touch this before we go on to the him getting popped in the back of the head. In the moment where he's contemplating before he's bothered, he realizes he went from being like by himself to a couple people to now like 70,000 strong. 70,000.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's big.
And for something, I mean, he really is becoming a king. And all of a sudden it's like, boop.
Yeah.
Pop. And he's like,
what?
What is going on?
Turns around, sees nothing out there, and he's like, he thinks he sees something move or whatever, and he's like, whoever it is, they know they're downwind, so can't smell them. Like, so he's trying
which is crazy that Matt knew to be downwind of him.
Yeah, and then it sneaks up. He goes into the woods to try to figure out who's thrown an acorn out, because he knows it's an acorn. And it's like, it must be some village kid. Goes in there and the hand growls real fast. He goes, I got a badger, man.
Caught a badger. Want to let it go in the town square? He's like, huh? He's like,
great story writing. For a moment, I was terrified. Oh no, something's going to happen to Perrin. Too many good things have been happening. I'm like, great, we're going to get caught right up in the next something, Forsaken, whatever. Right. There was a brief moment where I like held my breath when he went in there, and straight to the badger thing. Bro. That is great writing. That's fantastic.
Call me nostalgic. Yeah. Call me nostalgic, but I got a badger, and we got a party to release a badger into.
Absolutely crazy. I love it.
It's like, Matt. Yeah, it's just great. This is a great little catch-up moment, even though it's short. And he's like, how'd you even get here? He's like, don't worry about that. Hey, I got things I got to say. I have a lot to tell you. We'll meet in this inn in Camelin. You'll have to meet me there. I have to get back. But yeah, when you get through to Camelin, you come meet me. I got a ton of stuff to tell you. But we got to catch up. And he's just like looking at Matt. He's like, Matt's wearing fancy clothes. Like, what? You made fun of Rand for that. Like, what's going on with you, Matt? Like, it's like, no need to. It almost reminds me of like Doc from Back in the Future. Like, no time to explain, Marty. Just meet me at the end.
There's a little bit of that.
No time to explain, Marty.
It was a great moment. Like, I was very excited. Like, just in that second, they were both just boys again, because they haven't aged up that much.
No, it hasn't been that long.
We passed what, maybe a year or two? Like, I don't know what.
Couple of years.
Yeah. So like, it's crazy to think, and in that moment, they were back to being who they were. I was like, oh, this is cute. Like,
he does give Perrin a couple warnings. He says there's assassins out to get us, so you have to be really careful because there are assassins.
Which Perrin's probably like, I mean, that checks out. Yeah, let's fine. Yeah. Of course there is.
And he also asks Perrin, says, I need to borrow a couple of Ashaman from you. I think he's borrow Ashaman from you. An Ashaman.
Yeah.
He's like, explain why later. Your
Back to going to get Moraine. He's going to get Moraine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lifetime, maybe two. I lose count, Matt said.
That was exactly my thought. He was like, he's just going to use, that's how he's going to get to the tower the quickest.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that, there we go. Like, it's all coming together.
Yeah. And Matt jumps back through the gateway and disappears.
So, like, you already have one gateway. Why do you need Ashaman?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. So, the tower.
Ashaman and Aes Sedai to open the door to the tower.
So that could be, yes. And even if not, if I had the ability to take one of each with me, I would take them. Because you never know when that'll come in handy.
Yeah.
But there's an opportunity here. We'll see if they write it in there. So we've had Matt try to pick the brain of Brigitte about what she knows about the insides of the tower and everything. But the wolves have some knowledge. They, at the very least, they were tracking Slayer going in and out. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they have any actionable intel, but maybe that'll come out here.
Yeah.
Maybe Perrin's like, oh, you're going where? You're going there? Oh my gosh, wait, I let me go talk to some wolf people. Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we'll get another key to the puzzle.
Yep.
Piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, that's how we end this chapter. I guess the biggest mystery of this chapter is what's in the letter. What's the letter?
That's a great question. Like, that's like, who is the letter even from?
Wait, letter where? Matt's still sitting on a letter from Varen.
There's that one, but Galad had a letter that he put in it.
Did Galad get a letter from Varen? Hey, think about that.
Because Galad puts a letter in his pocket.
Galad has a letter as he's walking up with his mom, and he puts it in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. It's a red seal on it. And
didn't Varen's letters have red seals?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, could be another one of those.
Yeah.
And we never got Matt's letter opened yet, have we?
Nope.
He's about to open it though.
Ooh, so this could all come together.
Yeah.
People are slowly getting together on the same team. They're going to open the letter and be like, "Fuck our enemies again." Like something crazy will happen.
That's funny.
Galad's going to open it and be like, "Matt effed your mother." What?
It's just gonna be like the sign like this. Like, damn it.
Eggplant, peach bottom, Matt, and mom. What?
Just a middle finger. That's all it is. It's just someone's a crude drawn. Got him. All right. Ready for the last chapter? Chapter 45.
I want to know what his letter is now.
I kind of breezed past that and didn't even think about it until Alan asked it, and then it all started.
I
letter.
I mentioned it while you were gone, and I'm like, I didn't know what that letter is.
Yeah,
I totally breezed right over it in the reading.
Yeah, there was another letter. So, chapter 45, a reunion. So, Elaine wakes up, thinking about how she received messages from Egwene and how she hasn't been able to really, go and do the World Dreams thing, because no matter how much
she tried to be a part of the big fight and she couldn't because she preggers.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But she receives word that Messina was defeated. Yeah, and she thinks about the bond with Rand, feels warmth, so that's good. And then feels the baby kick a little bit, and she's excited. And
babies,
and Melfane comes in and she's like, checks the heartbeat of her, and then she's like, yep, there's two in there, and she gets all excited. It's giddy because there's the first time that the midwife submitted that. She's like, I have no idea how you knew there were two, but yeah, there's two heartbeats in there. Sure as hell. I know. Yeah. And then she goes right into business. She meets with Nori and Dylan to discuss Kyria and how to handle the situation there, and not just putting Andorians in charge, because then that would look, the Kyrians might rebel from that. They need to handle the situation Don't
march in with an army, blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. Yeah. Look, Sanderson did a good job of getting through this because it was all important. But we have a little PTSD from about 3 books where it was nothing but this bullshit.
Yeah.
So part of me was sitting there going, Elaine, everybody else has figured out that the last battle is here.
Yeah.
And their focus is that. You need to fix your priorities. But like all of this is still important. And I think it does come into play. I still go back to worrying that this is going to be them tripping over the Black Tower.
Right.
I feel it even more now because, don't go marching in with an army. Don't this, be careful not to. Nobody's factoring in the Black Tower.
Yeah. I mean, because they even mentioned that, Matt said Matt said they could use the Band of the Red Hand. And Dylan's like, yeah, but they might think you're invading. So, like, don't do that. Yeah.
There are too many little subtleties and things here that's at play. And
what are you thinking of Dylan right now? Any suspicion?
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be.
Remember, she's been an air quotes ally. Not full on helping Elaine, but not going out of the way to hurt her, but always there and always in the mix and always in the know.
This is the first time in all the books where I was like, oh, she's going for it. Because that conversation of like, who will be there in your stead to help rule? Like, if you leave one for the other, then you're going to have all this back talk and then people are going to start plotting. And I was like, the only person that makes most sense to me, because you got Days de Mar being played out. You got all, nobility that are lesser nobodies that haven't been on Rand's radar that could potentially cause a problem. I was like, but if she puts Dylan over there, or she gets Dylan Andor I was like, wait a second. This has been her game the whole time.
And we've had previous Elaine perspectives where she's, questioning everybody's allegiances because of how things play out in Camelin anyways, and how you gain and consolidate power. And she's even thought about I should still question Dylan, except she's been nothing but good to me. So I can't, she should be the one I trust. And she's just blindly accepting.
Yeah, she's been like a mother to me.
It's
and Nori with his notes, he's highlighting stuff, and he even says Dylan's right.
Dylan's saying all the right things and doing all the right things, and I hate that makes me suspicious.
But you know what really kind of pushed it over the edge of I actually trust her. It was in Morgay showed up.
Yeah. So right as they're getting into it, that's when Margit shows up, and it's with 2 hooded figures. And at first she thinks Matt. It's like, why don't you just come in? Why do you be all hooded? And then Galad removes his
and she's like, oh, Galad,
Galad, yay. And
it's like,
which is funny.
I was just out seeking truth, my lady. And she's like, oh, so formal.
And then we're gays.
Well, hold on. Pause for a moment. In her meeting Galad, look, your mind and your heart can battle each other about so many things. But something that's really telling is if you've not been around somebody for a while and then you see them, that feeling you feel in that moment when you see them, if it's, oh shit, or that's telling. Yeah. But if you've had all these negative thoughts and you've wanted to give it yourself and other people to this person, it's this, that, and the other, you go for this amount of time not seeing him, and your instinct, what jumps out before you have a chance to think about it, is love and affection, and I've missed this person and how good it is to see you. And Galad, this stoic character that he is, and this do-gooder that's always been so annoying, in that moment, the feeling was joy. Like Elaine's, her world was better because Galad took his hood down right there. That's telling.
Yeah.
And I hope she recognizes that.
I love how he played this. He was like, yes, I was seeking truth, and I found more truth than I thought I'd see, than I thought I'd find. And the question mark is there, and then all of a sudden, the next hood comes off.
Well, he says, steal yourself first to her.
He does.
Which is great.
And
it's such a Galad thing to do. You might want to sit down, Elaine.
Yeah. Mom?
Jazzy.
My voice is still gone. I can't do high pitched sounds, but there's a scream of joy. Her
There
mother's
is.
alive.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, Your Majesty." And then there's just like this moment of like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
And then
they
Elaine
start
looks
talking
at
at
us
the same
like-
time though. They're like, but no, we wouldn't come to fight.
she's like, "Please sit." And she's like, "And you did renounce the throne, right?"
Yeah, right.
All
Like,
right.
oh, yeah, yes, I did. Yes. She's like,
All right, well, now that we got that out of the way, this is a lot more
she's like,
comfortable of a conversation.
and Marie's
I
like,
guess
yeah, I was. she's like,
Adrian now was
I was
right.
taken by the white cloaks. Like, oh, so they saying they had her mom. They're actually told the truth. Wow. Okay, we thought they were just bluffing. So what else? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. The next Lord Commander wasn't that great. He goes, yeah. Those white cloaks, they're always so horrible. And Galad goes,
She's like, "Oh shit." She's like, "Well, that makes
that's
sense." He's
right.
like,
No, but she knew that. She was like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot you're doing that thing. Are you done with that thing yet? Like,
he's like, "I'm
He's
Captain
actually, in
Commander of
fact,
that thing."
I did the thing to the max. I'm kind of in charge of what? All of them.
all of it. It's like, well, like, where are the white cloaks now? He goes, oh, they're all here. I'm in charge. Like the whole army's here, Camelin. I brought all the white cloaks here. We're all here.
Yeah. Elaine just freezes for a moment. Let's him tell his whole story in
Yeah.
Galad's fashion. And then she goes, well, that's nice. How about you go freshen up? Because boy, you look tired, and we'll catch up more at an early dinner. But that's about as much of you as I can handle right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then turns to Margaze to talk about abdication, and Dylan's like sitting there just like stunned as well. Like, what do I do? And she's like, and she sends Dylan off with orders and turns to her mom. It's like, I trust her like a sister. She's fine.
Yeah, but you can stay.
And
Well,
Margaze is
she
like,
looked
I'm
at
so
Dylan-
proud of
She
you.
looked at Dylan first, and
Yeah.
like, she's like, "Don't worry, I'm not here to take the throne back. I know I need to go somewhere. I'm here just to see my daughter, to figure out where she wants me next." And Dylan's like, "Oh, thank you, God," because I thought for a minute we were
Yeah,
gonna
we
have,
do.
Another
you
war.
know,
Tracan versus Tracan. This is getting
Tracan versus
horrible.
She's like,
That
"I
would not be
understand.
good.
That would mess all my plans up because I'm trying to take one of these two thrones."
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, kudos to Elaine as she's dismissing people. Yes, draft the formal letters, letting everybody know the official business. They need to know that this is all in the up and up. Margaze abdicated, yada, yada, yada. But then turns to Dylan and says, hey, we're not going to wait on the letters for like my top supporters. They're not going to get blindsided by that. Tell them personally.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
So okay, Elaine's got all this stuff going on and pregnant on top of it, and her mom and Galad and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Still not forgetting like the strategy of it all and like what she needs to be doing. So I'll give her props for that.
Yeah. Which
Mhm.
Margaze notices too, and she compliments her. She's like, you're doing awesome. She's like, you taught me well, Mom. Then they have a little chat, they catch up, obviously says, you're about to be a grandma too. And she's like, yeah.
That Rand dude.
She's like, who's the baby daddy? She's like, Randolph Thor, the sheep herder. I knew I should have locked his ass.
Then she pauses and she's like, she lets a little bit out, and then she goes, there's more to talk about on this topic, but I think it's in the best interest to save that for later.
Yeah.
Let me digest what you just told me a little bit before
It's like, Mom, I can get you in charge of the West. There's so much problems out there and everything like that. And you have to deal with that Perrin guy. And Margaret's like, actually, about him, he's not that bad. And let's talk more about that.
Well, and she accepts that. She's like, work with Perrin. She's like, actually, I think that's a very good decision.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's something I can do.
Yeah.
But she also hits him with the don't underestimate that guy. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, hey, as you navigate this, you don't want him as an enemy.
Yeah.
I think Margaze is realizing this team he has behind him.
Yeah.
This little old Manethrin thing is right now more powerful than Camelin.
Yeah.
And if Elaine plays this wrong, Manethrin becomes the center of the kingdom, not Camelin.
Right.
So you want to embrace this, right? Don't fight it.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe I got.
it's a good little reunion. I do.
It was cute. I thoroughly was looking forward to this moment and glad it happened.
Yeah. And then we switch to Avi. She's made to Viridian.
Yep.
And thinking about all the changes of the city. And really thinking about what Nakomi told her. And just about how everything's changed. And how
her own head.
Yeah. And they finally meeting their tone. What does that mean? What does this all mean now? Viridian's not the same now. So does this the last test to become a wise one and re-entering Viridian, is it the same? What this is completely all new. So
it's so weird. For generations and generations, there's been one massive toe that as a whole the culture is trying to satisfy out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they accept that's part of why they're there.
Mm-hmm.
But then within the culture, there's all this little bit of toe between each other, and I owe you, you owe me, I serve you, you serve me, I owe a year, you owe a year. This is all going on. But when the last battle is done,
right,
whatever's left, even Steven.
Yeah, the toe's been met.
Then what?
Then what?
It makes no sense to go backwards. That's essentially what Nakomi was saying.
Yeah.
All right, why are you going backwards at that point?
Yeah.
Then what? That is, so post last battle, assuming there's survivors, I'd like to think there's going to be.
Okay.
Everybody has to face this question. Then what? If you truly defeat them, there's no blight. What do the Borderlanders do?
Yeah.
We at least have a moment, kind of like a post 9/11 and America moment, where there are no sides anymore. We're all one and the same. So there's at least going to be a moment of these kingdoms and queendoms. Do they really matter? Other than leaders that help, with the economics and everything.
Right.
It's everybody has to face this new world. The IEL might be the extreme example here, right, of radical change that's coming, but everybody has to face this question.
Right. Yeah. And technically, after the Dark Ones are defeated, what's the purpose of the White Cloaks now? It's to eradicate the Dark, but the Dark's eradicated. They don't have purpose. All these groups don't have. They all lose their purpose. Their entire identity is about.
They can always continue to go after the Aes Sedai. The White Cloaks can always have.
Sure, they can always find another enemy, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's probably more difficult than the last battle itself.
Yeah.
Agreed.
How do you reconcile all that? Yeah.
How do you train yourself your whole life to fight and then find a way to live in peace? It is.
Well, yeah. The wheel.
It is a good thing if that which I became the best at in life, I never get a chance to do.
Yeah.
But it's also what the fuck now? What do I learn? What do I paint?
Right.
Oh, well, I'm a good little contract specialist. Fuck that shit. I'm passing time.
A lot of people turn to invisible bottles.
Yeah, there's that. But I did that for a little while. It was fun.
Yeah.
But too much risk of STDs.
The invisible bottle, yeah.
AKA more children, so. Anyways. Yeah. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Yeah. It is tough. Having those identity crises, figuring out who am I? What does it all mean? 42. That's what it all means. Burn the witch. That's what we do. We burn the witch. And that's kind of where we ended with she's pondering her journey, and the next day she's going to go into Viridian. And, that's, yeah.
On that note of what do we do after?
And on the note of what do we do after?
I think one of the best endings that can happen is that after the last battle, whatever it is Rand and everybody has to do when it's over, the survivors are now living in a world where there is no channeling. Because you think about people having to face what are we going to do in this life afterwards? Think about the White Tower, who has, coveted these abilities and responsibilities because of their abilities for so long. And then they can't do the channeling aspect. Well, they still have people that are passionate about healing that can heal. They still have people that are passionate about the legal side of things and government and negotiation, and some that are historians. They still have important passions that are important to a society afterwards that they can do. They just can't channel and do it.
Yeah.
And some might choose that none of those things are worth pursuing if they can't channel, because that's what it was all about to them. It was about the power and the authority. So you're going to lose some of them. So anyways, it'd be cool if that was sprinkled in the end.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah. Well, that's how we end this chapter.
We're only 5 episodes away from being done with this book and into the next one. That's crazy. Into the last.
And then after that, there's just one more chapter.
Yeah. Crazy.
Apparently. Yep. So yeah. Anyways, any final thoughts?
Land.
Oh, your favorite character? Are you picking it?
I jumped.
Now, I was going to say, like, you could definitely tell where there's a lot more Brandon writing in here, because things are moving at a really rapid pace, and it's not just all action.
He got through the political BS with Elaine quickly and efficiently and effectively.
Yeah.
Got everything in there that needed to happen. It was good. It was a half a chapter.
Yeah, he didn't give us any of the celebration. Like, if it was Jordan, there would have been a whole chapter on just the celebration of the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know this. There'd have been some.
We can imagine that off screen.
Yeah.
And don't forget, because we didn't talk about this. Perrin was kind enough to let the badger go.
He was.
Good guy.
Yeah, he didn't need the whole thing to play out. It was the nostalgic nudge to hey, remember me that used to do stupid shit back in the day? I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm still
back. In fact, and I'm in this town right here.
I was gonna pick the badger as my favorite character. The badger.
You would. And he didn't let the badger go. He eased the badger.
So Land's your favorite character. Chris, who's your favorite character?
I would say Matt, but that would be taking the easy way out.
That was good.
Matt was good. Matt was great in this chapter. Like, for the small cameo he had, a lot of major shit happened in that moment. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go with Galad. Like, he's developed very quickly as a character, and he's doing good things, showing love to his sister, to his stepmother. He's become friends with Perrin really quickly. He's about to, wifey up Barrelane. Like, Galad's doing his thing. So I'm gonna give it to Galad.
Him starting to realize that everything is not black and white.
Yeah. Could have been.
There are no absolutes.
I'm going with Galad. Yeah, there's a lot of character growth in a really short amount of time.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
I give my second place to Gawyn because he's turning into my favorite character of all the books.
My real pick, I'm gonna give it to Lenny, just for being like.
No, what was funny was, I forgot to even mention this. Moraine's like, Lenny's alive, in case you want to know, and Elaine looks her like,
or in case you were worried, and Elaine was like, I wasn't worried.
I was worried about her.
She's like, Dragon Mount could have dropped on her and she'd survive it.
Just to walk away.
Yeah, probably sounds horrible, but I didn't worry for her.
Not
one iota.
Yeah, not 1 second.
That was the most hilarious point of the whole 4 chapters, though. Yeah, between that and the badger, those two, were it for me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, next week we'll be doing 2 chapters. 2.
Ooh.
So just 2. So we're doing 46, Working Leather.
Giggity.
Ooh.
And then 47, a teaching chamber.
Teaching chamber?
A teaching chamber.
Ooh, is this going to be where we get a peek into what happens with the wise ones when they go back to Rodian?
Possibly, maybe.
Maybe this is the whole Avienda chapter.
Maybe.
Could be.
Okay.
I won't guess, but I do have to reach in a chat, and they pointed out something that we should have said. From the time the wedding was announced until the time Matt throws an acorn at Perrin, Matt collects a badger. That's a short amount of time. He has the idea, he executes, and then he still finds himself in a position to sneak up on Perrin. He does all of this in a very short amount of time, just for a little, not even for an actual prank, but for a nod to a previous prank.
Yeah.
Matt is
highbrow humor.
Yeah.
That's the good shit right there.
It's good. Yeah. I expect a possum this April. Just letting you know.
The same one, which is now 3 years old. In full bloom.
Good luck with that. Anyway, so how you found us at thewillreads.com. It's a website. You can find all the links, good stuff, all that fun stuff. I know we're a little late, so just real fast, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's all I got for this week. Yeah, don't forget to like. So
until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye. Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about? Sure.